Hello there survivors, and welcome back to another build tutorial in ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're back with another short and sweet build tutorial using the new Greek structures for the Astraeos map. But of course you can use these anywhere as long as you've got that mod installed. This one is going to be a nice small little tower or gazebo that you can use around your base to add a little bit more details to the place, as well as if you're trying to build a nice town, this would be a fun addition to add in a few spots. As I said, it's gonna be a nice quick tutorial. It's not that difficult to build this, but it will add some nice details, and it does look a little bit like the famous Santorini town in Greece. As always, if you enjoyed these tutorials, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then let's get into the build. Now, it's very easy. Of course, we want to start with a foundation. Now, whether you place these just by themselves or you connect it maybe to some of your other structures as a nice little detail, a gazebo, just maybe you want to cover a well, whatever you need. It's just a nice detail for your base. So 4 of these foundations is what we need to get started. And then starting from these foundations, we want to go up by 3 pillars in total on all of these 4 corners. So 3 from the platform, and anywhere you can still see underneath, we want to add the pillar there as well, because otherwise it's going to look a little bit weird and not properly supported, of course. Then we'll take out our stone wall and add them here to the top of this structure. So just like this, all the way around on every side. There we go. Then we'll take out our sloped walls and add them underneath in this shape to kind of create some nice archways, especially once we start applying the skins. And then we want to fill this in with some ceilings all the way through, like so. Then we add 2 pillars going up like this. We take out our triangle ceilings and we can go all the way around like so. Then you actually want to skin these right away because it's going to be easier to do it now. We're going to take out our triangle roofs, add those on top like so. And then we want to start building these structures down from here. First of all, we'll start by connecting the pillars, thin pillars, back down from the corners of this roof piece that we've just made. There we go. And once we've done all that, we should be able to remove the middle pillar to make it look a little bit nicer again. Then we take out these stone doorways and we add them to the top layer here to create the start of like a little archway for this top. So like this. Then we'll take out the tall ones and add them underneath, snapped to these door frames like so, to kind of continue this shape going on like that. And then what we want to do is want to add some slope walls here on the end in this particular shape to kind of make a nice little house or roof shape, and we'll place those all the way around as well. Then we'll take out our Astraeos skins. First off, we're going to go to the second variant for the roof, so we have the nice details on the end of the roof, and we'll go all the way around, filling in the top of the tower like this. Then we can also place these second variants on top of these sloped walls to kind of get those curved shapes in there. And the same thing we're going to do for the slope walls down here to create those proper archways going on like this. You can also change the middle of these pillars. And then also the thin pillars here on the corners of this building. Make sure to aim correctly at these pillars. Now, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. You might have to remove one of the slope walls just for a little bit before placing them back. And then we can continue all these corners we want to replace. So yeah, once we've done that, going all the way around, we should have this right now. Of course, for the foundation, you can choose whether you want the fancy sides or you just want the normal ones, whatever you prefer or your build needs. Then the bottom ones of the pillars, we also want to change to the first variant. And then the third variant we want to use for these walls and the top of these pillars. So we can go all the way around on this layer, changing all of these. And then these underneath, I also like to change to the third variant of the pillar, because it kind of lines up with the first variant once more. So looks quite nice like this. Then we can use the first variant here on the bottom layer of these doors, changing all these like so. And then the second variant on top, or the third variant, depending on whether you want those extra little fancy details in there or not. Doesn't really matter too much. It's up to you. And for these ceilings inside, of course, you can pick between 1 or 2. Whatever you prefer as a look, you can do for all 4 of them. And there we go. We got a nice and easy little tower that looks quite nice like this. I would add like a little fire or something there. Maybe a power main to power it, so you don't have to keep filling it up yourself. Or just something powered by your electricity, of course. And if we really want to go for the Santorini vibe, we want to change all these to white and start painting our structures white as well to really transform that look to the iconic buildings that you might have seen. And yeah, I would personally then keep the ground just as normal, but of course that also depends on your surrounding and what you've done with the rest of the builds. But yeah, just going to paint all of these white transforms the look in something that is quite cool indeed. I would keep the thin pillars as the normal texture to stand out a little bit more. But other than that, we can pretty much paint all of these, except of course the roof. We don't know if we don't want to paint the roof. And then the thin pillars on the outside. So there we go. So nice and easy. And then we have this nice little tower to add around your little Greek town. And especially if you're building something inspired by Santorini, or you just want to add some different structures and details, this is something very nice and small that you can quickly add to spice up your builds a little bit more. So yeah, that is it for this build tutorial. As always, if you like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for more Greek inspired builds, of course, don't forget to check out my channel, because I have more and I will be making a lot more of these style of builds. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.